Marley was dead to begin with. There was no doubt about that. This must be directly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story. Old Marley was dead as a doornail. I don't know particularly what there is dead about a doornail. I might have been inclined to regard a coffin nail to be the deadest piece of iron, but the wisdom of our ancestors is in the simile, and my unhallowed hand shall not disturb it. You will therefore permit me to repeat, emphatically, that Marley was dead as a doornail. Scrooge knew he was dead. How could he not? They were partners for I don't know how long. Scrooge was his sole executor, his sole administrator, his sole friend, and his sole mourner. But even Scrooge was not so dreadfully cut up by the sad event. Instead, he was such an excellent man of business on the very day of the funeral that he solemnized it with an undoubted bargain. Of course, that was 7 years ago. I'm afraid his heart has continued hardening since then. No warmth can warm him. No wintry weather can chill him. He has completely isolated himself from the world. And he loves it. Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah, humbug.
Christmas a humbug? Surely you don't mean that, Uncle.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Bah, humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be? When I live in such a world of fools as this, what else is Christmas to you than a time of paying your bills without money, a time for finding yourself a year older, and not an hour richer? If I could have my will, every idiot who goes around saying Merry Christmas would be boiled in their own pudding.
Uncle!
Keep Christmas in your way, and let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it, Uncle.
Let me leave it alone, then. Much good it may do to you. Much good it has ever done to you.
There are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have not profited. I dare say, Christmas among the rest. But I am sure I have always thought of Christmas time, when it has come around, as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of in the long calendar of the year, when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely, and to think of people below them as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and will do me good, and I say, God bless it.
Another son from you, and you'll lose your employment. You're quite the speaker. I wonder why you didn't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come and dine with us tomorrow.
No.
But why?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love? Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can we not be friends?
Good afternoon.
I am sorry, with all my heart, to find you so resolute. We have never had any quarrel to which I have been a party, but I have made the trial in homage to Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley? Mr. Marley has been dead 7 years to the day. Oh, my apologies. No need. What is it that you seek? At this festive season, Mr. Scrooge, it is desirable for us to make some slight provisions for the poor.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons. And the union workhouses are still in operation. They are, though I wish I could say otherwise. The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor. Both very busy, sir. Oh, I was afraid from what you said that something had stopped them in their useful course. I'm very glad to hear it.
Sir,
A few of us are trying to raise a fund to buy the poor meat, drink, and means of warmth. What shall we put you down for?
Nothing. You wish to remain anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I don't make myself merry at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people so. I help to support the establishments I mentioned. Those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and most would rather die.
If they would rather die, they better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon.
You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If convenient, sir.
It's not convenient and it's not fair. If I were not to pay you for one day, you'd think me ill-used. Yet you don't think me ill-used for paying a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
This is humbug. I won't believe it. No, Marley's ghost. What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you sit down?
I can.
Do it then.
You don't believe in me. Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing can affect them. You may be a bit of undigested beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, an underdone potato. There's more gravy than grave about you. You see this toothpick? I have but to swallow it and forever be persecuted by a legion of goblins, all of my own creation. Humbug, I tell you, humbug.
Man of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do, but why have you come to me?
It is required of every man that his spirit is to walk abroad among his fellow men, and if that spirit does not do so in life, it is doomed to wander through the world and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared on earth, and turn to happiness. I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link with every evil deed I did. Your chain was as full and long as this 7 Christmases ago, and it has lengthened more since then.
Jacob, please, speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give. It comes from other places, and is given to other men. Hear me! My time is nearly gone. I am here to tell you that there is a chance for you to escape my fate.
You are always a good friend to me. Thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Oh, I think I'd rather not.
Expect the first tonight, when the bell tolls 1.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past. Rise and walk with me.
Good heaven! I was a boy here. Can they see us, spirit?
They are but shadows of things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. There is another child here, left neglected by his friend.
I know it. I was very solitary as a child.
There was another Christmas here. I've come to bring you home, dear brother. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. You are to be a man, and never to return here.
You're quite a woman, little Fan.
She died a woman, and had, I believe, children.
One child.
True, your nephew. My time grows short. Quick.
Oh no, Spirit! Please! Please don't show me this one!
Another idol has displaced me, Ebenezer.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
Belle, I seek to make us better off. How would we have gone on if we were still in poverty? And even if I have changed, my feelings toward you have not.
Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were poor and content to be so, until we could improve our worldly fortune by our patient industry. You are changed. When it was made, you were another man.
I was a boy!
You weren't what you are now. I release you, Ebenezer.
Belle! Spirit, show me no more!
One more shadow.
No more! I don't wish to see it! Show me no more!